Well, some genius apparently didn't want to turn his heater controls on, so we're gonna go brisk. I can neither confirm nor deny I checked the wrong exit. Now we're getting going the right way. IDI and 190,000 miles. This is the best running IDI I've ever been in. It is just perfect. Toledo, here we come. Through Toledo in search of fuel stations. Yep, you can see the big green thing on top.
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the right.
second. It's a steep hill.
F450 with me? The F450 wiggled a little bit because it didn't have a lot of weight. This thing's a great truck. What gear did you pull that hill in? It's got a high second gear then.
It's, yeah. Good afternoon. It's Monday. Got a little bit late yesterday to do any videoing of the truck. We drug this home yesterday. It's a 96 Fsuperduty with a 7.3 Powerstroke and a ZF5. Obviously it's missing a few components. I do have the radiators just out of it because the truck has had a no start issue for about the last year. Also, for whatever reason, I never looked into it yet, but my friend that brokered the deal on this truck to me, he said for some reason the pump won't go all the way down. So the bed is stuck there, that's why we have it chained, just so it wouldn't fly back. It is a coastal truck. It was for hauling oysters, so it smells like the ocean. It's got a lot of crap on it and a lot of oyster shells. I must have drove pretty good because we drove about 100 miles with it. Drug it home 100 miles. It's got good tires. The front tires are almost brand new. Back tires, they're a little chewed up because oyster shells, but they're not bad. Obviously the bed's got a little bit of patchwork needed. I mean, I can only put my hand through it. It's not that big. There was a spare tire, not for this truck. This is a 10 lugger. Let me emphasize, this is an Fsuperduty for anybody that's not familiar with them. This is the F450 of the OBS Ford world. Those are factory emblems. And as you can see, this is a 15,000 GVW truck. Oh, hey, look at that. It's got 463 axles. Most of these trucks came with, especially with 5-speeds, most of these came with 513s. I think the Powerstroke versions... Got a lift on the door, I forgot. The Powerstroke versions, I think, more commonly came with 463s. IDIs and 460s, most of the time they came with 513s. Although, generally speaking, the trucks that got 463s were automatics, because you have the torque converter and everything, and your RPMs can fluctuate a little bit in the same gear. Obviously, a manual transmission doesn't fluctuate unless your clutch is slipping. So, that was cool. I forgot to check for that, but I kind of wondered if it had 463s, so there is a distinct possibility I might throw this in my cabin chassis if we end up parting the truck out. The main reason I bought the truck was to turn this into a 8x12 dump bed trailer. That is a little bit overkill, especially for my needs, but it's chunky, and originally this truck cost me $500. I say originally because it was not supposed to come with the Powerstroke, and it wasn't supposed to come with the ZF5. Which, by the way, since this is a 96, this has the S547 Powerstroke transmission, which has the 508-to-1 first gear, which is tremendously better than the original IDI and early Powerstroke 414-to-1 first gear. Okay, got it going again. The screen goes dark after 5 minutes, and then I can kind of see what I'm filming, but the screen goes out completely, so I don't know what I'm filming. Anyway, this is a 1980 F350, which has Fsuperduty running gear. The front wheels and hubs, the rear axle, the engine and transmission, and maybe some other random components are out of a 1988 Fsuperduty. The last time I went to check on the documentation of whether you could get a low ratio ZF5, meaning a 572-to-1 gasser gear type for a Fsuperduty with a diesel, I couldn't actually find it as an option. Hi, Blackie. And this has the typical ready to blow out tires. No, I'm kidding. Them tires are trash. Oh wow, they're totally trash. I didn't even notice that. They weren't that bad last time I was inspecting this truck, so they've gotten tremendously worse. I'm not surprised. Flat, it goes flat instantly. But anyways, This is a 513 open rear axle. Almost all of these trucks have open rear axles. I'm going to say like 95 to 98% of them. I don't know the facts. I don't know the statistics on that for sure, but it slips more often. But in any case, this truck, however, does have, and I don't have a flashlight with me, so there's no point trying to see it right now. I'll probably just throw a still shot in the video of what this truck has for a transmission. It has a ZF5, and the tag very clearly indicates that it is a 572:1 low gear ratio. So, and it is bolted to a 7.3. I don't know if the hood is, it's probably latched. Let's see, maybe it ain't. Yeah, it's latched. Anyway, it is bolted to a 7.3 IDI. Obviously, being a 1980 F350 with an 83 grill and Fsuperduty running gear and originally brown interior, tan. Nah, this is more brown. With a black bullnose diesel dash. Man, that's nasty in there. It's like an overly pungent fuel smell, probably this. That's probably not helping things. It's stank in this thing. Door shut good. I guess I lied to my friend Tom. I told him I didn't have any good doors to replace the ones on my F350. Not that they're bad, but they're not great, and the mirrors suck. I actually could have put these on there. These are actually kind of convex, too. That's kind of neat. I forgot about that. I could have put those on the white service truck right there. The white service truck is what I actually towed this behemoth home with yesterday. We'll go look at it real quick. This is a 93 F350 with a 7.3 naturally aspirated IDI and ZF5 with the 414 gear ratio, which is what they all had. It's not in bad shape. They have definitely been in a fender bender or something. The truck has a clean title, but it definitely got beat up at one point, and they replaced this and didn't get anything lined up right. There's a big old gap on this door, and there's almost no gap on the other door. Job that I did afterwards. I hardly had to do anything to this truck. It was, I believe, the foreman's truck. And I say that because they had the company, or at least I believe Watson's, that consigned these at Ritchie Brothers, had like 4 of these trucks in the last 2 auctions. They had 2 trucks, 1 or 2 trucks in the first auction, and then 2 or 3 trucks in the second auction, which I bought one of the trucks, this one, at the second auction. It did have some funky step bars out here with some big old grab bars, and it had another big old goofy, I'm going to call it a sign rack. It was a great big squared off unit with lots of rails in between it, vertical rails. So I think that was for like signs and stuff. And then of course these were for cones. That's the bumper that came off the Fsuperduty. See, there is no gap here. The door's pretty much worked its way tight. Now it opens real easy. I just noticed that this is missing. I need to replace that. But, you know, it's a great work truck. I don't care. This has got 410 gears. It's got 215 85/16, so a little bit lower geared, essentially, than most trucks because it's a dually. And a lot of dually trucks had slightly smaller tires for some reason. So you gain another 5 to 7% effective gear ratio, a 5 to 7% lower effective gear ratio with the smaller tires, which is beneficial. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the video about here. I've got people bugging me on the phone, and for good reasons. So anyway, thank you for watching, and thanks for all the subscriptions and comments and feedback on, especially on my first video. It's much appreciated. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe, but it is awesome when you do. So Thank you guys and gals, although I doubt there's too many gals that care about my trucks. Have a good one.